Hello and welcome. Today's video will be on unwanted hair. Now, unwanted facial hair is extremely a distressing problem. In one spectrum, you have just mild fine hairs which are not very obvious and it's normal. On the other end, you have coarse, thick, male-like distribution of hair on the face in some women. Now, this is called hirsutism and it can really disturb the person. And sometimes shaving every day or waxing on a regular basis can also be harmful to the skin. Now, hirsutism happens only in hormonal problems. Rarely it can be familial, but mostly hormones have to be checked when people do come with this kind of a abnormal thick facial hairs. Now, the other times when unwanted hairs can be a problem is for professionals in athletes or those who are swimmers who need to keep regularly waxing. Then it is easier and nicer for them to opt for permanent reduction of hair. Now, the simplest solution which can be provided for people with this kind of an abnormal hair is laser hair reduction. Now, why do I use the term reduction and not removal? It is never possible to 100% completely remove the hair. We can definitely reduce the density and the thickness of the hairs by 80%, but definitely not completely remove them. So therefore, we call it laser hair reduction. Now, before we do laser hair reduction for people with abnormal facial hair in young girls, we do a hormonal test, put them onto an endocrine specialist, correct their hormones and then take them up for laser hair reduction. But in others who do not have a hormonal problem, we can straight away take them up for laser hair reduction. Number one, you need to know who is doing your procedure, whether if it is a qualified dermatologist or a qualified technician who's doing it. And in case of hirsutism, it is better your dermatologist does it for you. Next, you need to know what is the equipment that is going to be used on you. For laser hair reduction, there are different machines available, different efficacies of each machine. So, and depending on what is your requirement, you need to know what equipment is being used for you. And you also need to ensure that your technician or your professional has completely shaved that area that needs to be done for you. Also, schooling of the skin is extremely important because you can develop burns following laser. So, we need to school the skin before you do the laser, while doing it, of course, based on your equipment, and after you finish your laser. Usually we say about 6 to 8 sessions. If it is an abnormal facial hair like in hirsutism, sometimes we can go up to 10 to 12 sessions as well. And you normally start seeing a visible difference after your third session. So these are some of the things that you need to know before you go in for your laser hair reduction. So laser hair reduction is basically we use an energy device that has a particular wavelength which is absorbed by the hair follicle and therefore is destroyed. I hope you found this video useful. Often I do have a lot of young girls before their wedding wanting to undergo laser hair reduction. On that note, my next video will be on bridal skincare and the procedures available for them to look beautiful on their big day.